Nada, there is no voice.
When you think about university, you think of a building, books in the library, classrooms, students roaming around, teachers, and a huge fees to get admission. Imagine a university which is not fixed at one place, where students can study at their own ease, at their desired locations, where the curriculum is updated with the technological changes, and focus on the true things which matter in life. The university which focuses on developing mindset. The university which develops skills. We are talking about the contemporary education mechanism, the virtual university. International Internship University believes in inspiring, inventing, igniting young minds, cultivating excellence in every student by enabling accessible education at their own ease through virtual internships. Virtual internships act as a gateway to a world of knowledge application that was previously held behind closed doors for the fresh graduates. The ability to meet, speak, work and collaborate with industry professionals from a diverse range of fields, such as engineering, business management, humanitarian fields, and much more, delivers insights that the students can foster for a lifetime. It bridges the ever-so-blaring gap between the demands of the corporate world and the pride of academia. We invite applications for PhD, Doctorate in Literature, Doctorate in Science, LLD honors degree from experienced personnel in various disciplines who have rich experience in their respective fields. The program is offered only to a select group of accomplished individuals. As a professional, a degree or additional degree will allow you to make a greater impact. The expedient way of showing the world your knowledge, abilities, experience, and talents is with your degree and use of your titles.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all respected dignitaries of International Internship University, distinguished guests, honorable participants, and all the loving audience present here from all around the world. I'm Miss Nada Ratkovic, Country Director from Croatia and a board member of IIU, welcoming you all for today's great workshop, Product Design. So, I'm welcoming our trainer, our great trainer, Kristina Škaler from Croatia. I will tell short about Kristina because Kristina will present herself through the work. So today it's my honor to introduce International Internship University, the team, the strong support of IIU, who is always considering and achieving the vision and mission of IIU. Welcome to our trustees, Dr. Roshni Lal, Ms. Angie Pandit, to our co-founders, Mr. Steven, Dr. Alisa, Ms. Mona Anja, to our co-founder and founder Piyush Sir Pandit, our all board members, Ms. Corina Sujdea, Vice Chancellor, me, Nada Ratkovic, Ms. Ermina Opran's director from Romania, Mr. Yuda Lufthansa, country director from Indonesia, Dr. Prachi Kaur, country director, India, president of Human Resource Training, Dr. Snikta Kadam, president, Academics Globals and IIU Research Center, India. Whole our advisory council, Dr. Pratibha Mishra, Dr. Mahu, Dr. Parin Samani, Dr. Vijay Kumar, and Dr. Shashi. Professor Dr. Chapeler General Eboria Ushla Charles, continent head from Africa, IIU. What a pleasure to introduce the whole team of IIU. So IIU is the change. IIU brings the change and IIU is the revolution. We will be together in this workshop 5 days. So every day you will have a chance to know something about IIU. Now we are going to work because our mission and our aim and task is to make this workshop. This workshop, we want to be a creator of ideas. This is a great creating manufacturer. And our trainer, our professor, Christina from Croatia, a mechanical engineer, will present and will be your trainer today. Miss Christina Schaller, the IIU stage is yours. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for your invitation. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm from Croatia. I'm grateful for all of you to participate, to see on Facebook, to participate at workshop here. I want to make something in interactive workshop, not just lecture. And I expect of all of you to participate with your work, with your skills, etc. And that's it. Thank you. Thank you all. Can I
So
start?
let's learn with you, Christina. We will start learning. We will brush our skills. We are waiting for knowledge, for new competencies. What will we know? We will be what? We will grow our potentials. We will grow with development, thinking skills, critical innovation, century of 21st skills. Yes, I'm so excited. I can't wait to start.
Thank you. This 5 days workshop, it's a calling product design. We have something the similar name, industrial design, and I will explain that. This is me and my products, which I produce with my students in my technical vocational school in Zagreb. We will see something about drawing, sketching. We will make some products from your drawing to your product. That is my mission in these 5 days, to learn, to educate you how you can make something when you sketches on the paper and make products some specific client, consumer. And I was the mentor on the designathon. That was, you will see now, in 218, I was the mentor. I was here somewhere. Yes, I was here. Oh, sorry. And we mentoring the young pupils, 10 to 12 years, how to make some innovations for climate change innovation. And they made first sketches and developed their idea with others, and they produced something, and they must make the speech to presentation that their work. And I'm finished the Faculty of Mechanical Engineer and Naval Architecture in Zagreb. I worked 20 years in Mechanical Technical School in Zagreb, Faust Vrančić. I worked 10 years at Catholic University as the teacher for beginning teachers. How I teach in the classroom, very very usual. I work with my students and amateurs in different association. We developed and researched the new technologies, and we are learning in the factory. We search the machine and we see how the machine produce something in the market. And I was asked to make some lecture for Loani, Innovative Craft and Technologies, last summer. Last summer, I was participate in Industrial Design World Skills Asia, online friendly skill game. I was the mentor, I was the expert, and I was the best judgment aspects knowledge here. And my student make the third place. This first, second, and third here, they making the second place. This is my multicultural with student 15 years old. All other competition are 20 years. And this is my knowledge as a mechanical engineer. And I developed this and I studied these skills, industrial design and product design, with my experts from Russia and India. And what is your motivation? I was reading motivation from participation in your forms, what you are reading, writing. Don't give up on subject of science, failure is delayed. This is not the motivation. This is maybe some good sentence. I'm very, very thankful to you. This is not I was wanted to say. I hope I will learn new things. That is usual. Improvement, yes, that is correct. Motivation, that is amazing. That is not but motivation. Learn new things and increase association with partners. Okay, innovation is perfeccionera. Okay, I accept that. Innovative and creative new idea will lead to change the world. That is true, but that is not motivation. Aspire to inspire before I spear. Love all, serve all, great expectation. I don't. I search your motivation for this workshop, and it's very helpful and supportive of learning today, and very inspiring. That is okay. Motivation. My expectation is that I'm aiming to get more knowledge, more skills, and more networking system. Correct. I hope to learn more other educators around the globe to enhance my knowledge and expertise. Okay, design new product and develop my skills. Yes, that is very correct motivation for this workshop. And this, when we are living with a happy life, we always try to keep expectation. I didn't search a sentence like this. Perseverance, commitment, hard working, don't give up, keep on trying, confidence. That is okay, but that is not motivation. Next sentence is I would have been able to learn how to learn creative development, problem solving, and potential growth. Yes, that is the part of my lecture workshop here. More case studies. That is correct. That is correct motivation from this participant of this workshop. Gain new idea and creativity skills to embark innovative design thinking among my students. Yes, this is near about motivation. Yes, learning the new ideas and to the benchmark new skills and practice. Learning will be ensured in class for the students to also learn new knowledge pertaining to the product design, especially for the entrepreneurship class in the senior high school students. Excellent motivation for see what we are working in that 10 hours, and you can share to your students. Excellent. I want to lead a world from home. Okay, that is motivation for this workshop. Gain knowledge about motivation. Okay. Next, create something extremely interesting and unusual. Yes, that is good motivation for this workshop. to learn and broaden my knowledge and give up back to community learnings from workshop. Yes, it will be. Learn about product design. That will be light introduction. 10 hours. It will be light introduction about product design. And obviously, it's been great experience with all of you. Okay, that was motivation from participant from in the forums. You described this. And I want to check who is here, but only two of them. But Antonio Batat is here, and Taiwu Sefiu Oprikan Emina is here. I want to ask, what is your field of work? Just tell me that you are economic or teacher of what subject, and what is your subject of your work or hobbies, that I want to know. Just introduce yourself, just short of you, just one sentence, and how many years you work with people or students or something. Selfie,
Hi,
can
Christina.
you start?
I'm
Okay,
teacher.
Ermina, can you start? Thank you.
Thank you. I'm teacher for primary class, but I'm also a mentor for students university. I work with students from high school. My first, I have a degree in environmental engineer. I'm environmental engineer, and I choose to be teacher. I choose to be teacher because I love this. I love this
Thank you.
work with children. I
Thank
have
you.
some 20 years experience in the
Just
field
me,
of education.
the same.
Yes, and I love to work in projects. I love to work in projects.
Excellent,
yes.
Excellent. Because
I love to say that I'm an engineer for soul.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you,
And
Christina.
excellent
Thank you so much.
occupation. Thank you. Sefiu, can you, thank you, Ermina. Sefiu, can you speak something for you? What is your subject or your field of the work? Can Antonio?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Yes, ma'am. So, by the way, my name is Antonio Bated. So, I've been in teaching for about 9 years. I'm handling business subject under College of Accounting Technology. So, actually, I am a teacher by profession. I love to communicate well with my students and to motivate them always in order to perform well in my class. So that's it, ma'am.
Excellent, excellent area. The similar about our subject, I will explain. I will reflect to you as Ermina. Sefiu Taiwu, please, can you share one sentence about your work field?
Christina, I think that Taiwo has a bad network, so we will not.
Maybe he can write in the chat, please.
Yes.
He can write in the chat and I will read it from the chat. Okay. Adela, what is your work field?
Yes, hi. Christina, I'm my master's in management. I'm the HR professional in a school. I have not related to the teaching, but my total experience related to the school and institutions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nada, you are from economics class, economic.
Yes, Christina. Nada is also like you. I will mute Taiwu because it is noise.
Yeah, Taiwo have some issues. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Christina. Nada is also like you, a mechanical engineer and economics. So I can say multidisciplinary. Why I teach? Listen, I never think that I will be a professor. I was working in economy When the situation in Croatia goes bad, you know that all our companies were closed. So NADA gives a great opportunity to be a professor and faculty, and that is why I am teaching. So I like this project because entrepreneurship now is one of my subjects, and this creating manufacturing work is something that yesterday when I was thinking about this, and today we will go through the whole phases of entrepreneurship because we will make brainstorming. Everybody of us before making this project will need to have idea. You
Yes.
will make us to make brainstorming. So I'm
Yes.
really excited because I know many of these phases which we will go through. I'm like a student today because I want also to have a new idea to make something great. But today is a day of love. So maybe we will have much better ideas. So happy Valentine days to everybody.
Thank you for this. It's amazing. I'm glad that we are very collaborated, and it will be very good energy. And I will go further. Maybe
And
somebody will.
Christina and Nada, I invite you to make a project, IIU, about economy in our country. We can do this.
Excellent.
Because
Excellent.
my
Yes,
university
yes,
degree is
I have
management
listen.
economist, like you.
Yes, I'm doing
can do
on
this.
that. Honestly, I'm working on that, and we will go soon
Great.
with that. Yes.
Great, congratulations. Great.
Excellent. And this 10 hours workshop, it's light introduction in product design. I must say to everybody, the classes duration is the 50 hours with my colleagues and experts from India and Asia and Russia. And education of design thinking in Zagreb of 20 hours, we pay 3,000 euros in Croatia. In Croatia, it's 20 hours, 3,000 euros. Industrial design study as a wait a minute, in 3 faculty, architecture, machining, and graphic, during the 3 years, and this our workshop of 10 hours, it will be short, light introduction, but productive. And my expectation from you in these 10 hours in product design workshop is you must make some with me every day during the workshop. We will make 4 cartoons drawing. I will say not cartoon, that will be, wait a minute. Okay, it will be small drawing with pencil. And after workshop, all of you will make one or two more, not cartoon, it will be drawing, but okay, it will be hand drawing with your product. And on Wakelet, you must open your Wakelet collection. Please, here is, I will copy, and please make the Wakelet map, and I will share with, wait a minute, I must stop share this one. I'll go there.
Christina,
Yes.
please, the link, so I will put on Facebook.
Yes. It's no problem. Why on Facebook?
People are
Because
working.
that is only for these people here on this, because this is only for this. The workshop, I don't open to other on Facebook because that is close. Yeah, I will put in the chat, because if you put there, that is not good for sharing, because that is private. Okay, I copy and put in the chat. Yes. Can you open your Wakelet here as Nada and me? You see, collection, IIU workshop, product design. Nada was open her Wakelet collection. Please, can you make now? And Adele, Ermina, Antonio, Taifu is gone. Maybe he will make better. Do you see my presentation? Yes, it's okay. Please, can you open the Wakelet? Antonio, can you open the Wakelet? Click on the link and just go join as a student and open collection with your name. Antonio, Ermina. Because your work, what you made, you will take picture with phone and upload to your Wakelet collection. Please, can you make? Antonio, please. Thank you, Antonio. Okay, I will see now. Where is my, sorry. Okay. Okay. And I can see another device. And I will short going further. Vision without action is just a dream. And because of that, I want your action, not just my lecture. I want to join that you making something during this workshop that is not only lecture. And because of that, you are making the Wakelet collection and you will make your hand drawing. And action without vision is just a pastime. That is something similar, that is something childish, and etc. And vision and action completely together can change the world. And we have the vision. I will give the vision. You will make the action. Together we will make together everything, and we can make some change in the world. Thank you. Thank you for this. And what is next? I want to start with Al-Karim Rashid. Yes. You will see that is designer, not just designer of clothes. You will see he designed the jewelry. He designed the furniture. He designed the hotel. And all this he made for 30 years. I want to share one video. What is the last, his vocation, what he wants to do as designer. Please pay attention and see what is his motivation about design and industrial design. You will see. Do you see my video?
Yes, yes.
So come to my studio. Well, thank you.
Yes. Okay.
You've been here a while, haven't you, in New York?
Yeah, I've had a studio in New York almost 30 years. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and somebody's put these chairs here for us?
I put them here for you. So we can have a little talk.
Lovely. So, of course, you were with us for New York by Design. Now we're stoked, just absolutely pumped that you've joined us for America by Design as well.
Oh, thank you. That's great.
Yeah, we've been shooting some links today down at the High Line.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it was a nice day.
I know why I want you in the show, but why are you doing the show?
I think for me it was an obvious thing to do because I moved to New York almost 30 years ago, and I always had this desire or desirous need to sort of educate people about design, right? And I always believed that design should be a public subject. Because it's broadcast across the whole country, in ways, is that people start to understand more about how meaningful design is to daily life. I hate this expression, but it's like a win-win. Does that make sense? Because I feel better because then people will understand design more,
Yeah.
which makes all our lives a little bit easier as designers, firstly. And then second of all, I think it's important that, that you know, when you really think about that the average person is interacting or touching 700 things a day. And yet, when we think of design, or we speak about design, we think, let's say, fashion. Or we even think of design, we think decorating, or sort of more superficial ideas. But no, design is actually what changes and progresses and evolves humanity. It's moving us forward, be it, you know, developing an electric car, all the way to some really efficient machine, you know, to distribute vaccines.
And heads up, we're doing architecture, and interiors is our next kind of fleet of series that we're doing. So
Excellent. And I heard rumor you're doing some European.
yes.
You're allowed to talk about that?
Europe's no, not really, Corinne. All right, Corinne. Well, you know, you're a giant design head, you know, and a giant presence in the design community. So we're just amazed that we've been able to harness that giant to help us promote the show.
Thank you. You know what else is nice about the show is it'll probably inspire a lot of young people to go into the profession for design.
Yes.
Right? They still don't really know that there's a subject called industrial design or experience design or interface design. You know, it's not really there's still not popular programs in education, right?
Yeah.
So the show can inspire them. They can say, oh, that's actually what I kind of want to do. I just didn't know what it was called. You know? Or they see some people on the show that feel that they could be mentors to them. You know? So I think the show is good on that level. It'll like change the landscape.
Thank you. I want to explain. That was, you see, 2021 year, before 1 year, 10 months. And if you see this, if you heard that sentence, the people doesn't understand what is industrial design, what is the product in the design. And he wants make the show, he wants to make open that area of the entrepreneurship and environment, etc. All these together and put on high level to low level to all global people to learn. Everybody can be industrial designer if you study and if you have a concept of what is industrial design. And because of that, I want to share one more his video. His video is here because he's most important in that area and he is most influenced in that area. But he started first, before 30 years before, he started with clothes.
I want to change the world.
Wait a minute.
And I've been called everything, so for good and bad. I'm an industrial designer, so and in the last, let's say, 25, 30 years of practicing, I concluded that if I really want people to love design and be passionate about it and understand how it can elevate their lives, their daily lives, I need to reach a larger audience. That's where my mind is at. I have this kind of radar where I keep thinking about something, and basically I'm trying to send the energy out there so somebody will call me. And then a hotel company contacts me, Marco and Mateus, and they asked me about doing a kind of budget hotel. And I was thrilled because I always wanted to do that kind of project. I'd stayed at a lot of those kind of hotels, 2-star, 3-star, 1-star. And when I looked at them and I was in their spaces, I always thought that for the same amount of construction of money, same amount of energy, same amount of time and people, the hotel could be so much better designed and actually really designed, not just decorated. The beautiful thing about, I'm fortunate, of the profession of industrial design is that it's extremely broad because it's about touching everything in our physical environment. So it engages all industries. So as a designer, you could be designing dishes, porcelain, cups and saucers, flatware, tables. But then at the same time, as a designer, you could be designing the camera that I'm being filmed on too. I want to make some products that these people would be using every day. I think that gave me the kind of title of populist designer. Hanover is kind of an unusual building. I didn't do the building, but the building itself is a very different presentation. I'm trying to perpetually shift it, change it. build some sort of relationship with the place, with the city it's in, and also to try and experiment to push other boundaries in it, to give a different sense or different feeling. Very critical, you know, which I think it makes me a good designer, B, it makes me a terrible person because I want everything perfect.
I want to change. That is what I want to send the message to all of you, but I don't see, Antonio, your bracelet. Okay. To all of you who watching this, decoration is not designing. That is the different of things, and engages all industry. That is the meaning of the Karim Rashid and the mindset, and that is amazing that Adele, Ermina, Nada, Antonio, and maybe others, all of us, we can be industrial or product design. I will share, and I want to put in your head why she speak industrial design, but the workshop was a product design. Yes, that is that is not the similar, but very close. And because of that, I want to share next. That is her expensive clothes he made. And in Croatia, we have a beautiful singer. She is Maja Šuput, and she sings about 20 years on Croatia area, and she's very most popular, not just for concert and etc. She made the weddings singing, and she is sold year and a half before. From now, you can make appointment with her next 2 years, and she made something like product design. She made a web shop with Majuška, that is the brand. That is the how you call microphone, yes, for karaoke. And she sold with 50 euros. You can buy that in China for 2, maybe 10 euros. But in Croatia, the children are so happy, and the children are so amazing that Maja Šuput as a singer sold it product, etc. The next product is that headphone with crown. You see, here is the crown, and maybe earring of the cat, and the children love. And the children searching what everything Maya doing better than professor in the school. And the first of Maya video, I think we will see something interesting. That is our singer. How she made impact on product design.
Hoćemo se slikati? Može, evo stavit ćeš i to, možeš si ovako to staviti i onda ići doma, može? Ajde, ko će nas slikati, mama? Dobro? Evo ti još ovako. Gospođo, izvolite. Hvala vam. Sve bilo što se slikati? Ko ćete slikati? Ajde, pripremite podiće. Hoćemo se slikati? Može.
With this, I want to share how one singer sold in small Croatia of 3.5 million people sold the product as a product design. You will see what she made now. That is her next product.
Što kažeš na ovo?
Miriše na hit.
U našoj obitelji čistoća u centru pažnje, zato koristimo Pax Helizin, praškasti deterdžent za savršenu čistoću i neodoljiv miris. Od sada i sa mirisom šošova.
Okay, before 6 months, she made something like this. You must see this. She sold her perfume and her brand, Majuška, Maja Šuput, that is detergent for clothes. And she made the product design, the same detergent with different color and different perfume she sold. That is product design. Okay. And if you see on Wikipedia what is design, you can read on Wikipedia. But before was design only for architect and for clothes. And that is forbidden area for all other people in the world. And now in new days, you see the web designer, interior designer, but designer interior is decorative. That is not industrial design, what Karim Rashid was speak. And we start from drawing. We can make products. We can make some cartoon or some storytelling or something, etc., and sell the story. Our product can be the story. And because of that, we can see what is the difference from product design to, wait a minute, okay, I think it will work. Another opinion, what is the product design against industrial design? Yes, it's work. You hear everything? Ermina, Nada? You hear?
Yes, just
Thank
put
you.
the whole screen.
Yes, I will put whole screen, yes.
Designers, what's up? I'm going to be answering a question that I often receive from you guys, and it's a very understandable question. What's the difference between a product designer and an industrial designer? Which one are you? Which one are we? What are the differences? Why are there two words? I don't really know. I've been around industrial design now for probably about 7 years, and I've heard the two terms used interchangeably. So my experience with the two words is that they are the same. I can say I'm a product designer, and I also can say I'm an industrial designer. But if you actually look into it very, very deeply, there are some things that I've noticed where industrial design means one thing and product design means another thing. And this is generally found when I'm looking up jobs. Job listings online, on Glassdoor, in any kind of posting that I see physically. What seems to me is that an industrial designer tends to focus on what we all know as industrial design. It is the one safe word. It doesn't mean it's the perfect word. When somebody generally hears the word industrial designer, they generally think you're some type of mechanical engineer, a technical person, and not really too much of a creative person or a humanistic person, which is pretty much what we are. We don't focus on the specifics. We focus on what feels right, what will work best, what is best when it comes to the look and the usage of this product. Not really about the numbers, about the forces, about the physics, about the math. But I feel like that's what industrial design, the word industrial design, generally feels to some people when they hear it. Product design, it might not be the perfect word. It fits what a lot of people feel to be what industrial design is, which is the design of products. Such like graphics design is the design of graphics, two-dimensional graphics. So product design is a better word, but it's also not the perfect word because products generally fall in a range of different type of products. They don't have to be hard goods. They can also be software. So that's what I've generally seen in job listings is that when a company says they're looking for a product designer, what I've noticed is that they're generally looking for someone like a UX designer, like a software designer, like somebody that does something in 2 dimensions in a digital format. Whereas if you see a company looking for an industrial designer, you probably can expect what they're looking for. Something that has to do with hardware, something that has to do with actual physical objects. That's generally the main differences that I see with industrial design and product design. Product design, although it can be software, it can also be hardware as well, don't get me wrong. And so that's why I feel like both terms can work interchangeably. That's my opinion. I want to hear yours. Let me know down in the comments below. It's a simple video, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Thank you. Maybe now it's more clear what is the product design. Maybe you see the Mayushka as a singer produce something, but she doesn't produce. She make the product and sell it. But the industrial design developed. Do you understand the developing of products for who I want to target consumer? And the next, I want to share with you before 15 years ago, we have something. It's called design for other 90% of the world, the poor people. We design everything for expensive and for rich people and the people who have everything, and we design something new. But 15 years before, one guy, Paul, he collecting visionaries, ideal people, and ask them, please, can you design for other 90% of the world population? And that is poor area. You see this young guy who must each day take the water 2 kilometers, bringing on his shoulder, and they developed this tank. You see, that is the like a ball, but not ball. That is the hole inside, and he can roll that, and he can feel from this light blue parts. He can feel water inside, and he can roll 2 kilometers from water, from wheel to his village. And that is designed for other 90s. And the material must be strong, not break on the stone, not wait a minute, older with the sun or something, or the atmosphere weather, etc. And that is designed for other 90s, as this solar equipment for people in the village. This is the furnace for the housewife in the village. This is small one. He can make here the soup. She can make everything she wants. And this is small, open for small amount of the fuel. You understand? That is the fuel from animals parts. Wait a minute, I will remember what is it. That is not the wood parts here. You can have only the poop from the animals. Yes. And you have the page designed for other 90%, and what is the needs: shelter, health, water, education. And they develop each year competition to people join and develop new products for others. And we will see here what is the design for other 19. Example from Mexico. Wait a minute. And that is important to spread the industrial design to others, not just expensive product design for 10% of the world.
In 2009, students from California Art Center College of Design traveled to Campamento San Jose, an informal settlement on the outskirts of Santiago, Chile.
Chile, sorry.
To see firsthand how residents there manage their water.
Mi hija se fue a ganar acá. Nosotros le pegamos una chupada manguera, la colgamos, una tiradita para acá, le pegamos una sopladita suavecita y empezamos a bailar tiruruli.
We expected there to be a scarcity of water, but water trucks that irrigate the street trees, then deliver water to these communities after they're finished delivery. It's then stored in barrels outside of the home. And then for every task, women will then fill up these types of containers and they'll move water bucket to bucket to bucket. And starting to understand that as designers helped us then design products around managing that water.
Well, I think designers always have to try and understand what it's like for somebody else. And the easiest way to do that is to experience it themselves.
After 2 weeks of living in San Jose, the students collaborated with designers and community members to compile their ideas, spawning some simple yet ingenious solutions.
This is a pressurized water pump system that pumps the water from the ground into this gravity-fed system here. And that until it flows the water back to the kitchen water system here into this free lava.
Plans are underway to manufacture and distribute these products worldwide. What makes the student design so great is that they use inexpensive and readily available materials to solve common problems.
Yes, that I want to show you that that is not only for rich people, for a market who have money. We must think about the other 90% who have needs, different needs. And here is the poll, I think so, that he made. I know that he made. Just I think that is that video. Poll, yes.
I'm going to zoom out a little bit and talk about design in the bigger picture.
Right now, 90% of the designers in the world work only for the richest 10% of the world's customers. A revolution in design is needed to reverse this silly ratio. And here's the first principle presented by Vince Lombardi-Polak. I think this is a joke that only the older people know. How many people have never heard of Vince Lombardi? Okay. Vince Lombardi was a famous football coach who, when asked how he treated blacks, one of the black players on the team said, "Oh, he treats us all the same, like dogs." But his famous saying was, winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. In designing tools and services for poor people, affordability isn't everything, it's the only thing. And you can't design tools and services from the Cooper Hewitt Museum, or if you're in the academic setting at Stanford, you have to go to where the problem is, talk to the people who have the problem, listen to what they have to say, and understand fully the context that they operate in. Here is David Klaus, who is a graduate student at Stanford. He's part of the course called Design for Extreme Affordability, and here he is in Myanmar, formerly Burma, learning about the life. This is an irrigation, the most popular irrigation system in Myanmar. People carry water in watering cans and apply it to plants. He ended up designing a remarkable new piece of water transporting technology, he and a multidisciplinary team at Stanford, and he represents a whole army of young people that are interested in making a difference. And I want to make it clear that this isn't all serious and grim. These people have a hell of a lot of fun, just as I have over the last 25 years. Here are some of the things that, and there are hundreds of these things, that people in the world are waiting for. A $100 house. There are 1 billion people who need eyeglasses and don't have them. $2 eyeglasses are totally feasible. But the design problem is not designing the glasses, it's designing a global private sector distribution system. A $10 solar lantern is already here. We formed a company to make it available. These are the kinds of people that use these affordable pieces of equipment. Here's a drip irrigation system used in Africa, and it costs 1/5 of the standard drip irrigation system. There's several 100,000 of these already purchased by people who earn less than $1 a day, the kind of people Martin has talked about. And here I'll throw in what I call the don't bother trilogy of design for the other 90%. If you haven't had conversations with at least 25 poor people before you start, if it won't pay for itself in the first year, and if you can't sell at least 1 million of them, don't bother. Now that may seem a little strange to you, but it takes a lot of work to design a really effective tool. You have to let poor people try it out, tell you what's wrong with it, fix it, do it again. And there are so many vitally needed tools that if you're going to go through all that design process, you might as well do it in an area where it can make a huge impact. So I'm going to close with really the question somebody asked Willie Sutton, the famous bank robber. They asked him, why do you rob banks? And he said, because that's where the money is. And that really is the essential question. Why do today most of the people who design things work only on solving the problems of the richest 10% of the world's customers? I think the answer is because they think that's where the money is. But if you look at the history of design, its breakthroughs in affordability, making things cheaper and making things smaller, that have had a profound impact. Before Henry Ford came along, if you asked the 100 or so car manufacturers why they were making only cars for rich playboys that cost $2,200, they would say because that's where the money is. But that's not where the money is now, or it was when Henry Ford was done with his $500 motor car. The market was with the working man. Same with computers. There are huge markets waiting to be tapped for solving the problems of the other 90% of the world's customers. And in the future, people will not be designing things as students are now because they want to make a difference. They will be designing things for the other 90% for the same reason Willie Sutton gave, because that's where the money is. Thank you very much.
That was designing part, but you have the book for economic business, and they made 3 Indian writers. They write about 86% market, and you can make the excellent benefit if you produce something for that 86% market in the world, the poor part of the world. That was Paul, and I think so that we have something. Yes. What is design thinking and how we can apply the technique of design thinking?
Design thinking means thinking like a designer. It has gained momentum in business the last 15 years. Design thinking as an approach itself has been slowly evolving since the 1960s. It's a multidisciplinary, human-centered approach that creates new value for the future. Design thinking has at least 3 activities. The discovery phase, by listening and observing. The idea generation phase, with creative techniques leading you outside the box to new ideas. And the prototyping and testing phase, where new solutions are worked out in prototypes and are tested with users to see what works and what doesn't work, and then to pivot it into something even better. Let's have a look at 3 design thinking models. Here's the 5-phase design thinking model of the renowned D-School at Stanford University. Emphasize, define, ideate, prototype and test. The double diamond of the British Design Council looks like this. Understand, define, explore, create. And I can recommend you this Evolution 6 model of Mindshake. Emergence, empathy, experimentation, elaboration, exposition and extension. Watch next this movie on how you can speed up innovation with design thinking.
Eto, this is what I want to share. What is design? What is the beginning step? And if we understand this part, we have product design for expensive, luxury, etc. We have design for others, 90%. And you must be in the head what material, what is the needs of the target market. And you must speak before, if you are going further, you must speak with 25 people at least, and you must spend at minimum 7-10 days with that people, not just design for yourself and sell. That is not the new way in 21st century. And that is the most important, to understand what is the product design and what we are doing the next 4 days more. And here is the first task for you, each of you, and on the Facebook at home. Here with us, Yuri and Antonio, Nada, Ermina, Adele. Please, can you have the paper, just blank white paper? Any paper? Do you have any paper like this?
Yes,
A4.
Yeah.
Yes. I ask all of them, please, can you make one paper A4, fold to half, like this. Okay. We have 4 space. 1, 2, turn, 3, 4. Do you see 4 space? Thank you. And you have any pencil, maybe graphic pencil, maybe chemical, pen, any pencil, please. Can you put on the paper? Yes. And we have 4 tasks, for drawing. And we made folded in the half in 5 A format, A5, and we will draw 1 drawing on each half. Okay. First, you have 2 minutes to draw 3. Any tree you want. Just draw the tree. You can put paper like this, you can turn like this. Just draw the tree. Just make the tree something like this. Here, maybe roots, maybe you have roots like this, maybe you have branches, maybe just you have leaves here, maybe you have fruits here. Okay, just draw the tree. Maybe it's just like this. Okay, just make the 1, 3. Just draw the tree. You see how simple it is. Thank you. Excellent. Okay. Yeah. And that is the tree. And the next drawing is the angel. Maybe some guy. It's no problem. You don't draw angel, but draw the head and the arms and the legs, in which position you want to see. That is something like this. Head, we have body, we have arms, maybe if you want, it can be wings, maybe you have the legs or no legs, maybe you put the eyes, no problem. Something like this. Maybe have hair. It's no problem. It can be angel or not angels. Yes. That is then our second drawing. Thank you, girls.
Yes.
Thank you. We wake up our creativity. Before of production, we must wake up our yourself. Inside our potential. We made the ship. Can you draw the ship? Any ship. You can be the high class yacht or any ship like this. I will draw here somewhere like this. You can small boat like in Dalmatia, like here. You can
Yes.
make here something like this. You can make like this, or you can make boat. Yes, big one with the yacht, with something like this, like a shark. Maybe heliodrome is there. It's no problem. Yes. Okay. You can make the ship. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ermina. And the house. What is, you can make the house in 2 dimension or 3 dimension. It's no problem. You can make house like this, just like this, like a cottage, or just you can make some modern, that is not modern, that is my cottage, okay? But in 3 dimension, or you can make the flat. Just please drawing on the paper, put on the paper some lines, some visualization. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now when you make this, you can photo, you will make the photo and put in the wakelet. That is our, the warm up our brain. Just that is the beginning. I have more exercises. And that is one motive on each half. Take a picture and put in the wakelet map. Yes, that is, we made it. My girls made, my colleagues, thank you. And the next, please, in that link, please make your collection and put your drawing inside when I will speak further. And I make here, if you want 3 minutes, but I don't want the break, but if we need break, but I'm not in the mood for the break. Girls, do you need? No, I can go further. Yes, Nada?
Yes, you can go.
Okay, what we need for drawing? We need piece of paper. We need some pencils, graphic pencil or color pencil. We need for graphics, if we search, we need different softness of that graphic pencil, and that is important. Before digital drawing and graphic tablet or something like this, before that you must drawing on the paper. That is the beginning, and how we draw the line, and you will see visual elements, and you must learn, be friendly with pencil and the color pencils. And here you will see what is, from where we can start. Ermina work in primary school. You will see something excellent, and you can use your school.
Imagine you're a 6-year-old child again, and you are looking at the world around you. I bet that one day you will make a drawing of your very own dream machine, just as millions of other children have done before. Now ask yourself this question. Was the machine you invented ever built? More likely your drawing was put on a wall of fame or in a scrapbook. Imagine that your invention really got built. College students help you out in turning your idea into a concept. And finally, technical secondary students construct it into a real working prototype that does exactly what you wanted it to do. You, as a child inventor, are involved in every phase, from designing the concept to the manufacturing and testing and shipping to the final exhibition. Now, wouldn't that be a wonderful way of learning? This is what My Machine is about. My Machine is a foundation acting worldwide with one goal: showing young people what it takes to bring their idea to life. My Machine is an intergenerational collaboration with students from primary school, college students from different disciplines, and technical secondary school students. Smart adults say that My Machine stimulates creativity, 21st century skills, STEM disciplines, and entrepreneurial skills. We children know that My Machine proves to us that the world is malleable. My Machine lets our imagination really take flight. After all, everything you can imagine can become real.
Yes, that is why we are starting drawing, because the children have amazing idea. The small drawing, the picture on your refrigerator, it's most important because the children have an open mind and they have excellent idea, and you must search what they are drawing, and that is your inspiration for the innovation or designing. And My Machine, the excellent guy from Netherlands, yes, he was here in Croatia. He was searching primary school, secondary school, and architect on design department to develop some products for the primary schools. And you see what is the connection. Excellent idea, and they making that last 10 years. And we must have some color, because our neighborhood is not black and white. Just we need learn about something about color. We have dark color, light color, and the middle strong color. And here is some introduction of others, and I will make further more wide lecture about this.
The fundamentals of design are the basis of every visual medium, from fine art to modern web design. Even small details, like the fonts that make up most compositions. What do these examples have in common? Some very basic elements, including line, shape, form, texture, and balance. They might not seem like much on their own, but together, they're part of almost everything we see and create. The fundamentals can be intimidating, especially if you don't consider yourself an artist. However, there's a lot they can teach you about working with different assets and creating simple visuals from scratch. Let's start at the beginning with one of the most basic elements of all, the line. A line is a shape that connects two or more points. It can be fat or thin, wavy or jagged. Every possibility gives the line a slightly different feel. Lines appear frequently in design, for example in drawings and illustrations, and graphic elements like textures and patterns. They're also common in text compositions, where they can add emphasis, divide or organize content, or even guide the viewer's eye. When working with lines, pay attention to things like weight, color, texture, and style. These subtle qualities can have a big impact on the way your design is perceived. Look for places where lines are hiding in plain sight, for example in text. Even here, experimenting with different line qualities can give you very different results. A shape is any two-dimensional area with a recognizable boundary. This includes circles, squares, triangles, and so on. Shapes fall into two distinct categories: geometric, or regular, and organic, where the shapes are more free-form. Shapes are a vital part of communicating ideas visually. They give images heft and make them recognizable. We understand street signs, symbols, and even abstract art largely because of shapes. Shapes have a surprising number of uses in everyday design. They can help you organize or separate content, create simple illustrations, or just add interest to your work. Shapes are important because they're the foundation of so many things. Learn to look for them in other designs, and soon you'll start seeing them everywhere. When a shape becomes 3D, we call it a form. Forms can be three-dimensional and exist in the real world, or they can be implied, using techniques like light, shadow, and perspective to create the illusion of depth. In two-dimensional design, form makes realism possible. Without it, a bouncing rubber ball is just a circle. A 3D building is just a series of rectangles. Even flat designs use subtle techniques to hint at form and depth. In everyday compositions, the purpose of form is the same, but on a smaller scale. For example, a simple shadow can create the illusion of layers, or give an object a sense of place. Basic forms can bring a touch of realism to your work, a powerful tool when used in moderation. Texture is the physical quality of a surface. Like form, it can be three-dimensional, something you can see and touch, or it can be implied, suggesting that it would have texture if it existed in real life. In design, texture adds depth and tactility to otherwise flat images. Objects can appear smooth, rough, hard, or soft, depending on the elements at play. For beginners, textures make great background images and can add a lot of interest to your work. Look closely, and you may find texture in unexpected places, like distressed fonts and smooth, glossy icons. Just be careful not to go overboard. Too much texture in a single design can quickly become overwhelming. Balance is the equal distribution of visual weight. In other words, how much any one thing attracts the viewer's eye. Balance can be affected by many things, including color, size, number, and negative space. Mastering balance can be tricky for beginners because it does take some intuition. Luckily, the design world is full of examples that can help you understand its different iterations. Symmetrical designs are the same or similar on both sides of an axis. They feel balanced because each side is effectively the same, if not identical. Asymmetrical designs are different, but the weight is still evenly distributed. The composition is balanced because it calls attention to the right things. Many people use a strategy called the rule of thirds. This imagines your work area divided into a 3x3 grid. The focal point of the image is placed on or near one of these lines, creating visual balance with the rest of the space. We find this type of composition appealing because, according to studies, the human eye naturally follows this path when scanning a design. The fundamentals of design are all about the bigger picture. In other words, learning to appreciate the many small details that make up every composition. This insight can be applied to almost any type of project, whether you're creating your own graphics or just looking for simple ways to enhance your work. Thanks for joining us for the fundamentals of design. Check out the rest of our design topics.
Here I want to say, you must learn, if you want to be here in that area, product or industrial design, you must learn something about, sorry. You must learn something about fine arts and visual effects and etc. And I will show you detail. Fine arts, visual language, we have art elements, and the first one is the dot. You see, this picture of Batman is made all by dots, not line, and that is some different seeing and different emotion you will make to that people who see. This sheep is made only just one line, not shading as something, just line, And then we made the shadows and the darkness and the soft and here and the texture. And you see the different dots and the lines, the difference of the elements. We have here surface. Did you see how is glass made? How is porcelain made? And the metal or textile. You see the different shapes and different lines and different darkness. You can make something presenting the different materials and different surface. And you can make the different volume. You see the volume of textile and the porcelain or the glass is the different volume. But here, can you see the volume of that feather? You see, what is the volume of that white, tiny, very, very transparent here in the corner? And that we made with our art elements. And now we have exercise 2. Please, can you have the another paper? You will fold on the half. You will fold on the half, and we have 4 surface. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will make something. Exercise 2. We must warm our cognition and our movements. Before it's creativity. Now it's our movements and cognitions. What I need when I want to draw something. And the second step is fill the paper by A4, A5 by pulling the lines from the top of the paper to the bottom at a distance of 5 millimeters, something like this. You have here, I will make here, you have your paper and you make line like this. Okay? With your pencil, please parallel from top to bottom, like this, and fill all A5. That is our cognition and our psychomotoric skills with our hands on the paper. You can change the pressure, you can change the hard pressure or light pressure, and you will see the difference of the line. And that is most important to exercise each time you want something dry. Draw, like this. Just make line. But here on the graphic tablet, I cannot explain the thickness of our line. You see, now it's much better when I don't think about it. You see, like this. And on the paper, I will show if I put strong pressure or very light. Strong, light. You can see, you see the difference. Difference is strong pressure here, the first one, and here on the beginning, and in the middle you see the light. And we must control our pressure of our movements, and that is important, how we represent our idea to others or to somebody who will make it from our sketching. And that is most important, because our pressure, our lines must be clear, because if we don't sketching the clear, like child sketching very clear and and he puts important parts, and you will understand what children wants. But the older doesn't make something. You see, that is our exercise now. Please, when you made something with pupils or students, please be careful when they are moved. Please don't close their hand. Please open hand, and they must control the paper. That is most important, because this is the fear, this is insecurity, this is not, I'm not comfortable with that drawing. Here is different. I'm in control, I'm powerful, I can make it this. And this is the difference of the manipulated with paper. Please, when you make with children, notice this difference, and please ask the students and the pupils, open your hand and take paper with whole hand, not just the fist. Okay, the next step is the horizontal. You must make horizontal on next A4, A5, like here. You make horizontal line from left to the right, from left in 5 millimeters. That is for somebody very, children make, my students make like this. That is not the line. They make something like this. They have fear to pull line in one movements. And please exercise every time when you want to start making design, because you open yourself in that time. You open like a physical, like your body, and with graphomotorics. And when you open your body and graphomotorics and creativity, and you can design something new. That is important in the beginning. That is basic steps for each industrial designer. I saw the sketches of my students, very poor, Ghana students, Indian students. I saw how they draw with 7 years, 20 years, 21. That is this. You must exercise your hand each day or each week with these small exercises. The second draw is the horizontal line. The third paper, A4, you can make the line in 45 degrees. How you will make 45 degrees? You will make something, wait a minute, I have the phone, and you will mark here distance of weight of my phone, and here the same distance here. And when I connect, wait a minute, when I connect, mark here and mark here, when I connect that one, I will make the 45 degrees. You see, that is the easy way. I will show here on the presentation. If you put on your paper anything, the same dimension here, and you put in this dimension here, and connecting this, you will make 45 degrees, and you made next movement like this. Okay, that is similar tricks. That is simple tricks for people on the fields when they are making something on the fields. Wait a minute, my graphic tablet and me. Yes. Okay. You can make like this. You see? Okay. This is third step, and that is 4 steps. 5. Last one. The last one, we will make the grid, the vertical and horizontal grid with, and you will have the squares, something like this. Vertical. You can make maybe 8 millimeters, 7 millimeters, like this. And I will show the exercise with the color now. First, you must make the grid on the A5, just like this. When you make the grid or net, what you want, okay, I must made on my paper. That is next warm up for your hand and your brain and your creativity. We move now for creativity because we will use after this grid, vertical and horizontal line, we will use the color pencil. Maybe you don't have today, but tomorrow you will prepare the color pencil. And after this, you will color that squares inside. Different color, different motive you will make. And that we call Sierpinski. You will see next slide how we connect with mathematician of Sierpinski. You prepare some color pencil like this, some color pencils, and you can make color of that squares, but not like this. But did you see that this is not precise? Yes, did you see, colleagues? Did you see that is not precise? That is not very fine coloring. You see,
Yes,
we must
yes,
painting each square fine, very fine, because we developed our skill of precision, of detailing, and making small steps and beautiful. You see the difference? Did you see the difference?
Yes.
Yes, and it must be. Now I will show the different pressure, and you must, with children and with you, develop your skills, different pressure with color pencil, very hard, middle, and very soft. And when you buy the color pencil, you must think about how soft is color in the pencil. If you made something with hard color pencil, you cannot make the different pressure. If it's hard color. Did you see the different pressure? Here, orange, the different pressure. You see, this is the same pencil, and I made the different pressure here. And we made here connection with our potential. I want something hard, and I want that show in my design. And that is hard coloring and hard line. And if I want something soft texture like feather or silk, I must be gentle. And I practice like this. My students make all this year before exam or etc. I will show you. This is made by my students, and we made before exams or something. As you see, you can see the different motive they made. And one of them makes something like this. He made something like this. Do you understand? And we practice our potential. We developed our potential because nobody is perfect and nobody is born with colors. And you see, everything is very hard. And here before it's very soft. And the students and pupils must recognize the difference of hard, very hard pressure, middle pressure, and the soft. And when it's very precise, feel that squares. And when the children have the online lecture, or you have any webinar, something like this, and you must listen something very long, you make something like this. Just fill the fields with different colors. You will see the impact, how how you will repeat everything from the webinars or online lecture. That is very useful exercise for brain, for very good developed skills about listening, about putting in the memory, and that is amazing thing. My students love, and we have something like this. Wait a minute. Yes, here. We made something like this. We have mathematician and when is the on the poster behind the nada, you see growing potential growing is on the third, and that is the exercise how you grow. You can make the circle like this. You can make the some line on the on the corner, from the corner, and motif like this. And in that time, your brain is warming up, and that is important.
I think we lose our Christina, our trainer. Christina?
Here.
Okay, we lose you for a few minutes. Okay, you're
No
back.
problem. Okay, I'm here. Do you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I will share my the next. Wait a minute. Share my screen and share sound. And now I want to continue with all this where we are stop. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We are nearly here. Yes. Okay. Can you see my F5? Can you see my? Do you see? Not here. I will
Okay.
repeat for all. Yes. You see?
No, no. It's the first slide.
Yes, yes, I see. Yes, I must going like this. It's no problem. Maybe that Yuri and somebody else coming too late, and I will
Yes,
repeat
yes.
all this.
Mrs. Gulshan come a little
Gulshan,
later.
I saw. Yes. Okay. That is introduction in design and different design, and we start warm up our brain and our potential grow up. And I said here, here is the dots element, line element, surface, weight, volume, here with feathers, space and texture. And we have here hand warming, what we are practiced here, horizontal line, vertical line, and the grid, and we can coloring that grid in difference. I will show you here why Sierpinski made something from mathematicians, and he developed the parts of the fractals, and we color in that idea something like this. You have mathematic book, and you can color any shape, any motif in that book. If you don't want exercise horizontal line and vertical line, but together is the better. That is growing potential. We wake up our potential in our head when we are coloring very precise and very detailing, because when you develop design, you must think in details, and that is important. That is all connecting, and that is seventh step. Yes, now when you listen to the end, next 10 minutes, you will coloring that grid what you made. And you can make any motif or just random coloring. And what is the color? When you're coloring now, we have color and they meet their meaning in graphic design. Each color can explain something. Orange, warm, health, happiness, energy, confidence. Yellow, green, blue, white. Yeah, I will build fast because we have only 10 minutes left. And we have in advertising different meaning of the color. Oh, sorry. Advertising here. Did you see the red meaning is shop now, orange is get now, yellow can be shop here, green can be get rich, safe shopping is blue, purple luxury shopping, pink look cute and for less, black buy or exit. Yes, and that is the meaning of color when you make design. And you must learn about it. You must read about it. In therapy, you have chromotherapy. You can use the color for therapy as for our soul. And when we are multicultural, we must think what is the meaning in the different culture. Cultural concept is most important in design, in develop and machining and produce something. If we don't take this part in design, we can make a huge mistake and make somebody to hurt with coloring, and that is not good for advertising, etc. And if you going in design, you must learn what is the regular meaning of the color, what is the meaning in advertising, and what is the colors by culture. Please take attention on this. And the fine arts, visual language, we have more there. Principle of creation. You will see now contrast. What is the contrast? Black, yellow, you see? And the opposite here, where is the yellow, here is the black. You see that we made some space with contrast. And we have here wait a minute. Yes, you see the second line, first triangle, square. You see how that shape of the line, you can think that is the very puffy, very round, some elements here, but that is not, that is only the line on the paper. And here proposition, you see how it's something big in with others, the fingers with all hand, the arms, etc. That is the proportion, sorry, accurate proportion. We see only one mark, and you have as a designer proportion, and you must see what is dimension, where you put something, what is size on top, what is the size on the bottom, etc. And you make the shapes. And we have something, the golden cut. That is most important in design. And if you don't understand golden cut, you must learn, please. That is golden section. Others call the golden section, golden cut, golden section. You see in that when we are viewing something, when we are see something, we search the balance, and in golden section is the harmony. You will see now what I'm saying. Here the golden section have golden spiral, golden circles, golden proportions, golden section with spirals, golden circle with spirals, circles, okay, golden section through Rule of the thirds, most often making it advertising, but the best painter and the best product are made in these first two lines. And the rule of thirds is used in the film making and the photography making. And you will see now the balance when we are seeing some painting. We are very pleasant and very joyful when we see something in balance. When we see something in harmony, you see this art. When you see unity and harmony, you see how that black square it's in harmony and balance in that different shapes here. We have harmony here and unity. And you will see now what is the harmony expression. The square in the square in the circle, but not harmony is the triangle in the square in different corner. You see, it is not harmony. We are in this balance here. And here we see composition here, as here is the composition. That is all principle of creation in visual language, and we must, in design, we must learn about it. If we don't learn, we are only amateurs. And the children are making their drawing. They have natural. In the school, we broke that natural golden section because our inner potential have that golden section. We know the balance, we know that. And that is the most like Salvador Dali, Picasso, or other painters, Leonardo da Vinci, they have inside their inner child, inner potential, and they make golden section from inside. They didn't learn that, they have inside. And please, all your today works drawing, please take a picture and put in the Wakelet map. Then I can search what you are doing. At the last sentence in 5 minutes, this 10 hours workshop is like introduction in product design. Please don't expect everything. The classes duration is 50 hours. Education of design thinking in Croatia, 20 hours, pay 3,000 euros. Industrial design study on 3 faculty in Croatia, architecture, machining, graphic, engineering, in 3 years. And this is only light introduction. This is your motivation. Please search better motivation for next 4 days, because tomorrow we will make more harder and more your works, because design is not just speaking, design is your working together working. And your homework for tomorrow, it's take this. I will make this in wait a minute, I will make this picture golden proportions in Wakelet, and you can coloring this in different color. Each this part circle different color. You choose any color you want, and in that time your brain they will learn what is the golden section. When you coloring this 9 drawing, you will learn what is the golden section. Your brain it will be memorize what is the one of that section. And for tomorrow, please prepare for other exercise, magazines, blank paper, scissors, scalpel, and adhesive glue, something like yes, tape, something like that. And this is my finish. Please, your homework you can put in the Wakelet collection, your Wakelet. And for today, I am finished on the time.
Thank you. Thank you, dear Christina, for your great workshop today, for your great introduction. Really, it will be a lot of work. As you said, this is today for the motivation. This is for the motivation, and tomorrow we will go work more harder, and we need to have all that tools for tomorrow. So what say at the end? There is also one person who has a vision and has a thought, idea behind the successful venture and organization of IIU. Who is that? Who is that? That is Mr. Piyush Pandit, our founder of Swarna Bharat Parivar and chairman of Piyush Group. The visionary of Piyush Pandit had just one dream. No child should be deprived of education. So for today, before our end, we will watch about our founder and also Christina. Wow, this is really amazing and unique workshop. I read the comments on Facebook. All participants are satisfied. Dear participants, please continue with us tomorrow. Continue with us tomorrow and be a creator of new ideas. You see how today we are really inspired, motivated. So till tomorrow, stay safe, stay healthy, and build a sustainable, bright future with IIU. Tomorrow we will continue. Tomorrow we will continue with our great workshop, but I must tell something. Tomorrow we have a big convocation. Tomorrow we have a big convocation of IIU TV. So our workshop will start tomorrow at 5 p.m. India time. It will be, you will get information also on the Facebook, follow us, but tomorrow at 5 p.m. So we will finish.
Piyush Pandit was born on 27th July 1987 in Pratapgarh, Uttar Pradesh, in a middle-class family. Piyush Pandit is that name who's recognized by his multiple work genres, an international social activist, award-winning social worker, serial entrepreneur, and founder of SBP Global. He has determined his destiny by having trust in him and Almighty God. Piyush Pandit is a diligent and passionate social worker committed to serve the humanity. Piyush Pandit has played a crucial role in crafting a team of volunteers and achieved global recognition as head of Swarna Bharat Parivar Trust, which span across more than 50 countries. He granted several live interviews and press conferences on rural development, access to justice, and the right to equality. Piyush is youth leader with extensive social work experience, political activism, and stellar entrepreneurial achievements. When you think of social work and changing the world by improving human experiences, Piyush Pandit comes to mind. He is proactively mentoring other social activists to encourage social activism and entrepreneurship around the world. He is working fiercely towards achieving United Nations Sustainable Goals in India and over the globe. Under the flawless leadership of Piyush Pandit, Swarna Bharat Parivar Trust was established. The organization strives to place the humanity at forefront and bringing back the human warmth which has lost due to busy modern life. They are fighting to ensure ending poverty, unemployment, and making society better for all. Rural India has been a focal point of Piyush, which gave birth to Help India Help Foundation. The social work continues, and the e-village was established in 2012 to reinforce India's roots in villages and villagers. At the crux of Piyush's work is the youth. He believes that youth empowerment is closely aligned with social service. Piyush is the CEO of Piyush Group. The organization covers several industries, including renewable energy, logistics, real estate, and so on. Piyush Pandit has succeeded in scaling the growth of these organizations, and his work has taken them to the multinational level. Piyush is able to form and sustain positive relationship with people. He has received a plethora of awards and recognitions in 2018 with India's Great Leader Award, India Star Book of Records in 2019, GTF World Summit Bangkok 2019, Volunteer Hero, Avadh Samman Samaroh, Blood Donation Award, Environmental Sentinel Award, Yuva Gaurav Samman, and Literature Confluence Award. Piyush Pandit believes in the philosophy of growing together. His slogan is, "Let's grow together and create tomorrow's entrepreneur." He has the vision to create a society that is based on freedom, equality, solidarity, diversity, and fairness.
So, as we said, till tomorrow, stay safe, stay healthy, and build with us a bright future. Thank you for this great workshop, Christina. And let's continue tomorrow to learn. And if you don't make today a tree, an angel, a ship, and please a house, please make it. You can do it in your own Wakelet collection. And tomorrow and these days, you can share it with us. Don't worry, we will see what you are doing. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye till tomorrow.
See you tomorrow at 5 Indian.
Bye.